this evil, evil drug, fentanyl.
I've lived through addiction and buried people because of it. I've definitely got something to say about it.
Hi, welcome to Starve the Demon, where we believe in recovery by any means necessary. I'm your host, Jenna. Today is Sheriff Grady Judd's press conference about the biggest fentanyl bust in Polk County history. This isn't just news. It's a wake-up call. The clip's shown for educational and commentary purposes only under fair use, and I will add a link to the original video to the description below. Let's break it down.
And let me underscore that there's no light between any of us.
This is Grady Judd, Sheriff of Polk County, Florida. Now, he worked with the Auburndale Police Department, the Polk County Sheriff's Detectives, Florida Department of Law Enforcement, State Attorney for the 10th Judicial Circuit. Federally, he worked with both the Tampa and Phoenix, Arizona offices of the Department of Homeland Security and the U.S. Postal Inspection Service and, of course, the U.S. Border Patrol. So he's going to talk about all these agencies working together to make this bust.
Because when you do investigations of this magnitude, no single agency can successfully do them. It takes us all working together.
And that's how we have to be in recovery. Nobody recovers alone. We do it with help. We do it by reaching out to other people that have already done it. That's what sponsorship is. Even if you don't work a 12-step program, you just fellowship with other alcoholics and addicts, somebody else that understands you, that can help you navigate life without drugs and alcohol. We need other people to help us, just like Grady Judd needed all these people to help him.
340,000 people in the United States died of fentanyl overdose between 2018 and 2023. Did you hear what I said? I didn't stutter.
And my ears don't flap. I heard you, Grady.
Why it's important to recognize that is simply this. Do you see anyone in the United States up in arms about that? Do you see anyone saying, we've got a crisis on our hands? Do you see anyone saying, we have an epidemic on our hands? 340,000 people have died in 5 years in the United States of America from this overdose of fentanyl. So let me introduce you to the Sinaloa cartel and the Jalisco cartel. Is the two largest drug trafficking organizations in Mexico. They call it transnational criminal enterprises.
Transnational criminal enterprises.
These people are violent. These people want your money, and they don't care whether or not they take your life. Fentanyl pill investigation.
I guarantee you those pills didn't say fentanyl on them.
Pills. It was delivered by Regina Headsmith.
See how he does this? He shows you who the people are. He tells you what they did wrong. In some of his press conferences, he explains why he had to shoot them.
These are the two representatives we arrested from the Sinaloa cartel. These are the folks that were assigned to the Jalisco cartel. That's right. So when you see someone on the side of the road, maybe putting a new battery in their car, you think to yourself, they've got a bad battery. They had to get another one. 5 kilos of fentanyl will go in this battery. Now, let me tell you this. The battery still works. It cranks the car.
That seems pretty smart of the drug dealers, right? Hide it in the battery. But clearly, it's not too smart because the cops know about it.
So between the two operations, and we seized a total of 64 pounds.
64 pounds of fentanyl. Let that sit with you for a second. That's not just a drug haul. That's a death toll that never happened. Thank you, Grady Judd. This is why we have to stay on this. Not just law enforcement, but the recovery community too.
Our detectives and our agents from the federal, the state, and the local level potentially save the lives of up to 14.5 million people. We seized enough drugs to overdose and kill everyone in the state of Ohio or everyone in the state of Pennsylvania. and have drugs to kill people left over.
That's enough fentanyl to kill 14.5 million people. That's nearly everyone in New York City. This is what I mean when I talk about this being chemical warfare, and the victims often don't even know what they're taking. So that's murder. 14.5 million people. That's half of Florida. That's the entire population of some countries. We're not talking about getting high. We're talking about mass death, packaged and peddled like candy. If you're struggling, you're not weak, you're in a minefield. Get out, get help, now.
On behalf of Commissioner Mark Glass and Mark Britnell, the FDLE Special Agent in Charge for Tampa Bay, thank you for being here.
The FDLE is the Florida Department of Law Enforcement.
Today's arrests are one of many that have resulted from the funded granted by the State Assistance for Fentanyl Eradication.
Let me say this. There are federal funds that go to every state to help fight fentanyl, but Florida is the only state that has state grants specifically for fentanyl.
That the Polk County Sheriff's Office has done quite an amazing job when it comes to the S.A.F.E program. In 2 years, there have been 13 approved S.A.F E cases with the Sheriff's Office. So the entire state of Florida, the Polk County Sheriff's Office is responsible for 26% of the seizures statewide when it comes to fentanyl. They have saved over 24 million lives. The 100 pounds of fentanyl that these folks have seized is enough to kill the entire state of Florida.
24 million, the entire state of Florida. If that's not chemical warfare, please let me know in the comments if you agree or disagree, because I think that something that is brought here that can kill 24 million people, I think that's a problem.
This is real, folks. And I want you to understand that it's not over. Know that they have been, for the last 5 years, flooding the United States of America with fentanyl and with meth and with cocaine. But I can tell you, the best in the business that are wanting to save the lives of your children are working together. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, Sheriff Judd didn't do this alone. The feds, the Border Patrol, local cops, they all work together. It's exactly what we need in recovery, too. Community and collaboration. It doesn't matter if you find your freedom in a 12-step program, a faith-based group like church, smart recovery, or rehab out in the woods. What matters is that we show up for each other. We've got to unite and fight. You think you're buying an oxy. Nope. You're buying fentanyl. Here's your little death sentence. Okay, some people do buy it knowing it's fentanyl because they want the fentanyl. But there was a case just, I think, last year where 2 teenagers who were not experienced drug users went and bought what they thought were oxys from another teenager. Both of them died. Fentanyl overdoses. That's what.
And once again, the good dealers, quote unquote, the good dealers are saying, don't take a whole pill. Just start with a quarter of the pill.
But because they're pressed, not by professionals, not with any kind of quality control, all of the bad part could be all concentrated in that 1 quarter that you take, and the other 3 quarters could just be filler. You don't know.
So at the end of the day, those that think it's all right to come across the border illegally and victimize our people, I can show you 340,000 dead people from fentanyl alone.
Wow.
Okay. Thank you all very much. God bless you. Have a good day.
Thank you, Sheriff Judd. So now, if this moved you or made you think, share it with somebody who needs to hear it. Subscribe for more real talk on addiction, recovery, and how we starve the demon one day at a time. Hit the like button, follow on Spotify and YouTube, and check the description for links. Love everybody. Let God sort them out. Thanks for coming.